Hello YouTube. I've been neglecting you recently and I'm gonna jump on here and kind of tell you why. Well, not really, I don't know, I'm just gonna chat shit for like the next 5 to 6 minutes. Basically, yeah, as you guessed from the title, I don't know, man, the last few years have been a struggle. So in terms of content creation, it's been very difficult because I know what I need to do to make me grow. Like I know the types of content that I should be producing. I know that if I upload an Omegle aesthetics video, it is going to absolutely blow up and get millions of views and gain me traction. But is that what I want to do? Do I think that's benefiting people's lives? Do I think that's going to help people out? Do I think it's me, or do I feel like a complete sellout if I'm doing stuff just for views that isn't like true to myself? And I'm in this, I've been in this like rut where I put a lot of time, or have put a lot of time in the past, into creating content for very little in return, like in returns. And it comes to this point where like, okay, do I keep doing what I'm doing and wasting my time and seeing little to no returns and not having my channel grow and actually having it decline? Like if you look at my social medias recently, especially my Instagram, like I've been losing about 100 followers a week. I haven't gained anything. And you might be like, oh, it's only social media, who gives a fuck? And like I completely agree with that. It is only social media, who gives a fuck? But when it is your full-time job, when it is something that you've spent the last like 5 years, 6 years of your life building up, it's quite demoralizing, man, when you put your heart and soul into something for like the last 5 or 6 years and you try and forward it and try and make it better and you just see it declining. Like it's not even like I'm not gaining any progress with it, it's like an active decline. It's getting views going down, interactions going down, etc, etc. I know why that is. I think it's two reasons. Number one is my inconsistency with it, because I have a lot of self-doubt. I really do doubt the content that I make sometimes. I doubt the quality of it. I want it to be the very best, and that means I get burnt out. And number two is it's not as high quality as it could be, especially with Instagram, or it doesn't give the same value. Like I'm in shit shape compared to what I used to be. So I get it, man. And it just comes to a point where like, honestly, I fucking love YouTube and social media. I love, like, I've had some of the best memories and met some of the best people in my life from it. Pretty much all of my best friends and closest people to me, bar a few, I've met from the social media space. And whilst it can be very narcissistic and very self-centered, and there's a disproportionate high number of people with narcissistic tendencies and sociopathic tendencies, I'm probably one of them that do it. It's like, it's been sick, man. It's been absolutely great. But it comes to a point and it's like sunken cost fallacy. Like, are you just doing something because you have invested so much time into it, regardless of the returns? You think it's going to do good, you're still deluded enough to think that you can do well with it, but you keep on putting your time and putting your energy into it, even when it doesn't improve, or even when it doesn't get better, because you think that, oh, okay, I'll just keep going, I've already spent this much time doing it. It's like a relationship that you know is going to end, but because you've been together for so long before, you don't break up with the person, you keep it going as long as possible until it's like absolutely toxic, because you don't want to waste everything that you've put into it. And it's like, am I like that with social media? Have I got to that stage on YouTube? Am I wasting my time? And I refuse to be like one of these burnt out content creators that just kind of creates absolute shit, and just for the sake of doing it, and just for the sake of like financial returns, or just for the sake of like their own ego, because they refuse to let it go. And I'm not trying to suggest that I'm like, oh yeah, I've got like no ego. Like, I'm massively egotistical, man. Like, I hate it. Like, I care what people think. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Like, I care what people think of me on Instagram. I care what if people, like, I want people to like me. And at the end of the day, that's like all ego. Like, all ego speaking. I don't know where I'm really going with this. Anyway, I'm probably just chatting shit for the sake of it. But yeah, that's basically it. And I'm a big boy. Like, I've got bills to pay, I've got people relying on me, I've got family that need my support. There's been some stuff that's been going on, and yeah, I've been let down a few times regarding contracts and other big breaks and things that I thought would allow me to get through this. But I think it's time to hang up the GorillaPod and vlogging camera mate. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I refuse to. So that is why I'm coming off social media, because I don't want to be a victim either. Like, I don't want to moan like, oh, the algorithm doesn't, the algorithm this, the algorithm that. At the end of the day, I haven't been consistent enough in my content. It's sure, like, the algorithm doesn't favour me. Like, I'm blocked. People don't get notifications. I'm effectively shadow banned on Instagram, etc., etc. But why is that? It's probably because of the content that I've made, the things that I've said, like the excessive use of swear words, the controversial stuff that I've said, the I don't know, the inconsistency, the lack of consistency and the lack of quality content that has led to this. So it's like no one else's fault other than myself. And sunken cost, man, like there's only so much I can keep pouring into it with little to no returns, and I don't want to get burnt out even more, and I don't want to like tarnish this channel and make it into shit where it just turns into some like malignant Jason Blahard tumor uploading absolutely useless, delusional, ego-driven videos for the sake of a couple of thousand views, you know. And yeah, it's like, it's just demotivating, man, when you spend so much time putting like your heart and soul into something and it absolutely flops, and then you do it again and again and again and again, and you just see decline. Big love to everyone that supported me in the past and helped me on this journey, and has dropped a like, has dropped a comment, has viewed my videos, has disliked it, has commented hate. Everyone that's kind of been there. I see the people that comment regularly as well. Like, I recognize you, I recognize the notifications, and some of the people that have been with me for years, man, like, thank you so fucking much for everything that you've done and the cool experiences that you've enabled me to have and the life that you've allowed me to live. Like, it's absolutely sick, and from the bottom of my heart, like, I've got some of my fondest, best memories meeting people due to social media. Like, honestly, the best memories that I'll bring to my grave, and some of the people that I've met due to this thing. So yeah, a big shout and a big thank you, and until next time, Mo Samuels signing off.